Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be sharing with you a few pieces I recently picked up from Sézane, including a jacket from the collaboration with Lucia Vergara, which dropped a few weeks ago. As always, I will be breaking down the fit, composition, and overall quality of each piece. And I will include all the links to the pieces I'm mentioning in the description box below, along with sizing information, so make sure to check that out. First up, we have the Liah Jumper, and I got this jumper in the color navy, but it's also available in ecru. This is a relatively new piece from Sézane. I think they introduced it a few months ago, and as soon as I saw it, I knew I wanted to try it because it reminded me a lot of the Edwin jumper, which is one of my personal favorites. The only difference being that this one has a crew neck instead of a mock neck. I love this type of short sleeve knitted tops. I have a few in my wardrobe and I always find them super flattering. They kind of give a refined, put together look without too much effort, you know? This top is made from 100% organic cotton, which is always a win for me because I have sensitive skin. And the fabric has a ribbed texture and it's lightweight, but it's not sheer at all. Also, the seams and the stitching are neat, and I love that the neckline is slightly thicker, which helps prevent it from stretching out over time. I got this top in my usual size small, and it's fitted but not tight, so I would recommend sticking to your usual size. Overall, I think this is a great top. The fabric is nice, it is well constructed. Maybe it is on the pricier side for what it is, you know, it's just a short sleeve cotton knit. You could probably find something similar at Uniqlo for a more affordable price, but I will be keeping this because I really like it and I love navy, and I know I will get my wear out of it. Next we have the Jacket top, which I think it's also a newer piece from Sézane. I think they dropped it in their Valentine's collection, and let me just say, I love the fit of this top. I know it doesn't look like much on the hanger, but the fit is great. However, the color is terrible on me. I ordered this top in the color cream, expecting it to be a light ecru shade based on the website pictures, but in real life this is light beige, which is probably one of the worst colors for me because it really washes me out. This is an off-the-shoulder top, and I specifically got it for those occasions when I want to dress up a little. I've actually never owned a top like this before, but I really love how it looks. The neckline is super flattering and it has a subtle, sexy vibe without being too revealing. This is made from 97% organic cotton and 3% elastane, which gives it a nice bit of stretch. The fabric has a great weight, it's not too thick and not too thin, and the stitching is clean and precise, and I also can't find any loose threads. I also feel very secure in this top because it has a hidden mini sleeves under the neckline, which help keep everything in place. And I don't feel like it will slip down, but I do find myself adjusting it occasionally since the fabric has a tendency to roll up slightly. In terms of sizing, I got this top in my usual size small, and I think it fits perfectly, so I would recommend sticking to your usual size. Overall, I think this is a nice top, but the color just doesn't work for me, so I will be returning it. However, if you're lucky and this shade suits you, then I would say go for it. If Sézane releases this in a black, I would buy it immediately. Next we have the Maha Jumper, which is this square neck knit top, and I got it in the color ecru, and this is actually the shade I thought the Jacket top would be, but sadly that was not the case. I got this top in my usual size small, and it fits well almost everywhere, but the neckline seems to be a bit broad for me. If I pull down this top even slightly, my bra is visible, which makes me feel a bit insecure when wearing this, and I honestly don't know if sizing down would help because, as I said, this top fits me well everywhere else. Honestly, I should have expected this because I had a similar issue with the Grand t-shirt from Sézane a few years ago. That top also had a square neckline, and the neckline was also a bit too broad for me. So I think this type of wider necklines from the brand just don't work for me. And it seems that I'm not alone in this because my friend Lydia from the Lydia Edit here on YouTube also had a similar issue with the neckline of this t-shirt. So if you are considering this, just keep that in mind. In terms of construction, the outside stitching is neat and there are no visible loose threads, but the inside seams could be nicer, especially for the price. One downside is that this top has synthetics in its composition, which is something I normally try to avoid. It is made from a blend of merino wool, cotton, polyamide and elastane, but I wanted to give it a try anyway because I really love the crocheted detailing on the neckline and the overall style of this top, but unfortunately the fit is a bit off on me. Overall, I think the design of this top is beautiful, but the fit of the neckline is what's putting me off. I don't want to be constantly worrying about my bra showing, and honestly, I'm not a fan of the composition either, so I will probably be returning this one. Next we have the Felix Jumper in cream, and can we talk about how different the color looks on the website? Online this looks like an ecru, but in real life this is a light beige. This is actually the same color as the Jared top, which is a terrible color on me. I got this top in my usual size small, and I would say it fits true to size. It is fitted, but it's not tight. This top is made from 97% organic cotton and 3% elastane, just like the Jared top. Like, it's literally the same fabric, but in another design. The construction is decent, there are no visible loose threads and the stitching is straight. Also, the cuff buttons are functional, which is great because some brands tend to cut corners on these details by making them decorative. However, the buttonholes aren't super neat. As you can see, there's a slight fraying on some of them. Overall, I would say this is a nice and simple top, but nothing special really. I think the price might be a bit high for such a simple design made from cotton. But if you like this top, I would recommend checking out the pattern versions because they don't look as plain. In my case, I will definitely be returning this one because the color just doesn't work for me. Finally, we have the Liah Jacket, and I think this is going to be a love it or hate it piece. My husband says this looks like a quilt, and I agree, but I still love this. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this quilted jacket is part of the Sézane and Lucia Vergara collaboration, and it comes in ecru and navy, and while both shades are beautiful, I preferred the ecru because I think the pattern stands out a bit more. I got this jacket in my usual size 36, and as you can see, it has a cropped, slightly boxy fit. And this is definitely a lightweight jacket, so it's more of a spring jacket rather than a winter one. The design of this jacket is simply beautiful. It is what drew me to it, but to be honest, I find it a bit difficult to style, and I also think it makes me look a bit top heavy. In terms of composition, the main fabric is made from 100% organic cotton, and the lining on the body is also made from cotton, but the lining in the sleeves is made from modal and the filling is made from polyester. The construction of this jacket is decent in my opinion. The stitching is straight and neat, but I did see a few loose threads here and there. It also has patch pockets, though to be honest, I probably wouldn't use them. And the tortoiseshell buttons are reinforced, which is great, and the buttonholes are neat as well. The only downside is that the embroidery doesn't continue onto the back, as you can see, which is a bit disappointing. And also the polyester filling is a bit of a letdown. Honestly, I'm torn. I love the design of this jacket, but at the same time, I think it looks a bit ridiculous on me, and I cannot think of many ways to style it. So please let me know in the comments what you think of this jacket. Is it cute or is it just too much? And be honest, I won't be offended. So well, that wraps up today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up because it really helps my channel. And if you're curious to know which are the best pieces you can buy from Sézane, I will leave a video on screen for you to watch next. If you like this kind of content, consider subscribing, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye!